here with
Danny Ramos.
Danny Ramos. You have a YouTube channel as well, right?
Yes, I'm Daniel San from Overgrind.
All right, and what deck you were playing today?
I played Gouki in the ARG Circuit Series today.
What place you came in?
I made it to top 4, unfortunately. My top 4 match, I gumblarred the guy, ripped cards out his hand, and he rips an Armageddon Knight for turn. And I was just like, that's a good card. That's a good card. So,
all right, so let's get into your deck profile.
Yeah, sure.
Short and simple.
All right. So it's pretty standard, just regular on-the-mill Gouki. 3 Suprex, starter card. 2 Twist Cobra, 2 Headbat, 2 Octo, and then one of the big guys. At first, I only used to play like 1 Headbat, because I'm just like, I'll just search it via combo. But there was a lot of times where I was just opening this guy, and I'm just like, he's terrible if you open him. So I'm just like, I have to play the second one to be able to search it later on in the combo. These guys are great. I love when people cherries me or they like hand trap me to death, and I'm just like, okay, cool. Suprex, big guy beatdown, and you know, tack, can't do anything. All right, tack again for game. So yeah, that's all the Goukis that I ran. I was playing the level 3 version, well, if that's even what it's called. So I played 3 Junk Forward, 3 of the worst card in my deck, and 3 Neospatial Aqua Dolphin, the best card in my deck. So this was supposed to be Gillosaurus, because the issue with this card is like you normal summon it, and this is just prone to hand traps. Yeah. Like this can get Veilered, Impermanence, Ogred, and I'm just like, that's not a really good card. But for some reason, thank my lucky stars, this never got hand trapped. It was always this card that got fucked over. But but yeah, like this was not supposed to be here at all. It was supposed to be Gillosaurus, but you know, shit happens. I couldn't get it before the tournament. And yeah, with this card, it's just broken. Like it's great. And then for the hand traps, I only played 6. I played 3 Ash and 3 Effect Veiler. So I was being told a lot that Droll is just butt. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna just listen to people, and I'm not gonna main deck Droll. It worked out pretty good. I played a lot of decks in the Circuit Series that Droll was just poop against, like ABC, Alter Guys, even Dino. You know, like Droll, if you can't kill those decks when after you Droll them, they'll just kill you back. So it's like you just wasted a card out your hand, so you just went -1. So I just wanted cards that could just like halt turns, but keep bodies on the board, so I could just punch for damage and just like keep going. And this also like these are just really good against like Gouki. And then I also just didn't main deck Ogre either, even though Ogre was like pretty good for this tournament. Weird. And then of course the one Ibli. Oddly enough, I like opening this card. It's not a brick, but you just need a whole lot of other cards to go with it. That's it for the monsters. I don't know how many monsters there are. All I know is that I'm playing a 41 card deck. For spells, 3 Called by Grave, Aqua Dolphin 2.0, 3 Instant Fusion. This card is wild. For like extender cards, 2 Rematch. I played 1 for 1. Yeah. 1 for 1 was the 41st card in my deck, because a lot of times whenever like people would let the ISO search resolve, and when I go to like send the sword, they'll like Ash it or they'll Veiler it or you know Impermanence it. So I'm just like, damn, I can't continue. I can't continue because I can't summon the Octo from deck. So I'm just like, oh, this card summons the Octo from deck. So yeah, I wasn't really able to activate this card because there was never a situation where I needed to, but I always had it just for like reassurance. Of course, God Charge, Monster Reborn, Living Fossil. Before this tournament, I didn't have this card, and everyone was like looking at me like I'm an idiot because I didn't play this card. So I was just like, all right. And you know, this card's pretty cute. I like it. Rhoda and then Divine Sword. And that's it for the spells, and that is it for the main deck. So like I said, 41 cards. I'll go to my extra first. For extra, played 1 ISO. You don't need 2. I know a lot of people are just like, you need 2 because if the first one gets stopped, you make the second one next turn. In this format, there is no next turn. So this is it. You make the one. If it gets stopped, you're losing anyway. So yeah, just 1 ISO. 1 Mermaid, 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Underclock, Cerberus, Phoenix, double Goblin. Oh my god.
Shit was perfect. Double something.
I'm gonna tell you, this right here was the most controversial thing at my locals. Because I was originally playing double Phoenix, because I kept telling everyone, when you're doing the combo, it does not matter if Ibli brings back Phoenix or Goblin. It doesn't matter at all. But oh, I'm a donkey, I'm a jackass. I just play the 2 just in case, bro. And I'm like, sure, I'll listen to y'all play the 2. Playing 2 of this is not relevant. I don't care what anyone says. And even like the 60 card Gouki guy that I lost against, he plays double Phoenix. Like, it's not relevant. But you know, like I said, it's just for reinsurance because just in case they lock either or of the extra monster zones, the goblin points left, right, so you're able to summon it to either side. I played, of course, one Trigate. This card that should have never been printed ever. This card is just bonkers. It's, oh my god, oh, this card. It's nutty because it just extends everything, gets any Gouki out of your deck that you didn't search already. Like, the card is just bananas. Played one Unicorn, obviously, one Firewall, one Borload. I didn't main deck the Gumblar for this because in case I had to go second, I don't really like using Gumblar going second, and Borload could just take another guy's Borload in case that ever came up. But normally when I go first, game 2, I take this out and put in the Gumblar. Because whatever my opponent is side decking for me, like let's say it's evenly or just whatever, you know, Gumblar just rips that from their hand. So, you know, it's like those cards didn't even exist. And then for the last 2 cards, Invoker and Dragoness. Originally I was playing Invoke Raijin. You have to play this. It's a level 3, it's a warrior. People who just play Raijin, it's like, you can get there, but this is just the more safe bet.
Side deck, huh?
Yeah, for my side deck, like I said, the one Gumblar, because going first, game 2, just rip all the side deck cards out. You don't have to main this because in game 1, you know, just ripping cards is like, it's just greedy. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it's cool, but it's just greedy and I don't like it. So going first, game 2, you just rip side cards out. Played 3 Red Reboot, 3 Twin Twister, 4 Trickster, Altergeist, Rogue. I was able to resolve this a lot against Paleo and Altergeist. This card is just rape. This card is just, I was never really able to use it. I only used it against Altergeist like once. Like I said, I side deck Drolls and I side deck Ogre. Droll, like I said, is kind of butt right now in the main deck because a lot of cards can still play through Droll. Like Gouki could still extra link under Droll. The hand has to be very specific, but it's not impossible. And Ogre, you know, it's still pretty good, but against that what's that field spell called? It was like Magical Midfield Breaker. I didn't play that card. I was supposed to be playing it, but you know, a lot of my opponents were using that card. That card is real. This does nothing to their cards under that card. It's just wild. And then the last 3 cards I played were Exchange. So yeah, so right.
Crazy.
So this card, going first, game 2, my opponents are going to be siding Imp hand traps. So I'm just like, okay, I really don't want to do a hand trap, so I'll just take your hand traps and use them on you. So, like I said, Exchange, you just, like I remember against ABC, the guy was playing like a really heavy hand trap variant, which was pretty clever considering like the format is very Gouki heavy. So in game 3, I just had like the god hand because I like set 4, I had 1 card in my hand, I exchanged, he has cherries and gammas, so I just took the cherries. He ended up gamming one of my monsters, but of course I had Living Fossil, you know, it's like keep going and shit. But yeah, this is just like a really crazy ass card. Like just being able to take cards from your opponent is just like wild. Like instead of Aqua Dolphin just ripping them and you're not being able to use them, this just lets you use them.
Any shout outs?
Yes. A very, very special shout out to my friend Rob, aka Teddy. He let me borrow his Gouki deck. Obviously there was like, yeah, go Rob, cause like.
And how much you came out with this?
I got 250 credit for getting top 4.
Sorry, Rob, you didn't get some of that.
Yeah, but like Rob, like thank you for letting me use your deck. Like I obviously I made some adjustments too. I had to pick up some cards to play it to my liking, but you know most of this shit is his. So you know thank you Rob for that. And yeah, that's it.
Well, yeah, thanks for having me. Anything you want to say?
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
I make YouTube videos.
Right, exactly. Woo, all right.
Peace, love, and gaming.
Yep.